Let's talk about making fabric placemats. So when figuring out the size that you need for your jelly roll creations, I like to base it off of the standard one strip size that you get in your pre-cut bundles that you can purchase. So they're usually about 40 or 44 inches. This one here is 44 inches. So that is what I base my creations off. So one of these strips will make a coaster size. This is about 5 inches. 20 will make this size here. It's about 2 foot by 3 foot. And then 40 strips makes this size rug, which is, yeah, I guess that's a little bit more than 2 feet. Yeah, 2 feet by 4 feet, 24 by like 48 size rug. This is 40. So that's what I use as a basis when I'm trying to calculate things. About 10 strips will get you a nice size oval placemat. Now, I found that I didn't prefer this size personally. I did about, I think, a 6 or 7 inch start on these ones, and it worked out to be about 14 by 18 or 19 inches. And I just felt like that they were really huge. So on the ones that I've been making recently, I've done more around 8. So, I mean, it's a personal preference of your size that you want. The 8 one works out to be about 12 by 16, and I prefer that size better. For the round ones, I've been using 8 strips, and that gives me about 15 to 16 inches. So like I said, if you want them bigger, then you would do more strips. So if you buy a pre-cut jelly roll bundle fabric, you can get 4 placemats out of them. Essentially, if you work smaller, you might be able to squeeze 5. Now, if you're cutting your own fabric, which I just started doing, I've been using some of the fat quarters, getting bundles and other things like that. They generally are about 18 by 21, 22 you'll get. So with these, when I calculate, you just are doubling it up. So like I'll get a 22 or 21 inch, and then I sew them together, and that gives me my 44 inch. I hope that makes sense. So then I just go from there. So then I would be using 2 of each little of my strip to make my 1, and then I base my calculations off of that. Always going back to that one original 44 inch strip jelly roll, basing it off of that. So for my oval placemats, I generally start with a 6 to 7 inch start, but the more you the longer your length of your middle start, the more elongated your placemat will be. So I mean, you can play around with it and see what you like. Basically, that's just how it goes. And when you do the round ones, you're just coiling it in the middle and then going out and working your way out. When I do my placemats, I do start with a 1.5 inch just because I like that. It's not always exactly 15 by 15 all the way around. Sometimes it's like 15.5 and 16, but it basically is a circle, you know what I'm saying? So I just like doing that with mine. Those are just the things that I've found as I've been doing these and the things that I've learned along the way. I hope I explained that good enough. Let me know if you guys have questions, and maybe I can help and answer.